Hi, John Horner here, checking in from Cordoval Golf Club, a Rosewood resort. I'm also with my Sling Studio team, working on a bunker shot. Now, we're faced with a pretty tricky bunker shot here. As you can see, the pin is tucked really closely to where the edge of the green is. So what we need here is we need a high, soft bunker shot that lands soft, because in addition to that, the green slopes away from us. Okay, so how do we do that? Well, let's talk about the setup first. And the setup, you always want to make sure the ball is forward in your stance. And the reason why is because we're hitting behind the ball. And when you have a shot like this, you also want to make sure you understand what the texture of the sand is feeling like. And you can do that without technically testing the sand by getting your feet nestled in. So we've got two starting points there. We've got the ball really far forward, and we've got the feet settled in. And what you're doing when you're feeling, is it firm, soft, or wet? Now in this circumstance, our sand is relatively soft, so I know I can hit behind the ball and without worrying about it rocketing over and using too much bounce and flying over the green. Okay, so here we are. We got the ball forward, we got our feet settled in, and I've got my feet pretty wide here, as you can see. Once we get there, this is the key now for the high, soft part of this shot. You get the handle of the club slightly behind the club head. What I don't want to see is you pushing your hands too far, because what that does is it de-lofts the club. We want to do the opposite. We want to add loft because we want this shot to come out high and soft. So I've got that ball forward and I've got the handle back. Now the final checkpoint when you're setting up for a high soft bunker shot, you got to open that club face up. And pretty extreme. I mean, go ahead and get that club really open, especially in this circumstance where we really need it to land soft. All right, now what do we do? Well, let's talk about the backswing. The backswing, what we're allowed to do in the bunker is we're allowed to set the club up into the air relatively quickly, so much so that you can actually create a little cup in this left wrist. Now look at that club face when you do that. It is wide open, and if I bring that down to the ball, that thing has a lot of loft on it. I've got 58 degrees on this club. I've probably got 64 degrees by the time I'm going to strike the shot, okay? So ball forward, handle back, open the club face at setup. On the backswing, we're going to set the club up in the air, and the final checkpoint is to release this thing. Let the club head go, so much so that when you finish, if there was a mirror on the club face, I'd want it to face me. So that's a lot of information right there, but I want you to do the best you can with that. We got the ball forward, we got the open face, we got our feet settled in, we've got our handle back, then we're going to set it, release it, and trust that this ball can go out high, soft, and hopefully land up close to that flag. Let's see what happens. So that's how it's done, folks. Give that a try. Practice that one at home. It takes a little bit of practice, but that should help when you have to hit a high, soft landing bunker shot. Thanks for watching.